Alright. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Won't be too long. Let me just have the music up and running for you guys. There we go. I'm almost done spreading the love. You know me. I always spread the love because I love you guys. All right. All right. I'm just get my phone so I can post on the Facebook. So, how we doing, boys? There we go. And now I gotta open Twitter real quick. Forgot that Twitter is called X. Alright. Now, here we go. So, Nordians versus Chiefs. So, we got Team Poo Poo versus the Nordians. Find out who's the better top laner in the league. Can't cast the other match because that's a Ken All special. But you're here for some banger content. And I will deliver all the banging content that you need in your life. So, how are we doing tonight? Alright. Won't be too long. We're getting the pre-game prep out of the way. So what Tupapa told me. So we should have a lobby up and running very soon. And it's been getting easier to schedule scrims and official matches and stuff. So I'm looking forward to bring you guys almost 6 casts a week. I don't know how long we'll be able to keep up 6 casts a week because it is physically draining. But hey, for as long as I can keep it up, we'll get it done. So the only thing I require from you, my lovely viewers and team people that play on teams, is that whenever you have your availabilities for your matches, outside of teams playing versus Blossom because Blossom doesn't like me, just send me a message. That's all you gotta do. Just let me know the date and time for when you guys are playing your matches or when you have scrims. It's first come first serve kind of thing or whatever, so like I won't double book like a Tuesday or whatever, and I'll prioritize official matches over scrims. But I wanna cast as much content as I can, and you guys have really been liking the streams, so we're looking forward to getting that stuff done. And yeah, I'm excited. So this is the, from my perspective, I believe on the tier list, I believe I put them like second and third style in the perspective for like how good they look on paper. Sorry, second and fourth, because I didn't believe in the Nordians, but they kind of looked fantastic in a best of one perspective. This is their week 1 match, so we will see if they have improved in the sense of now having playability in fearless best of 3s. So I'm looking forward to seeing some cool stuff, and yeah. Remember, if you like these streams and you want to see more of them, don't hesitate to smash that like button. And if you're here, you're more than likely subscribed, but just in case, because about 30% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, just make sure you click the subscribe button and you ring that notification bell. You'll always get notifications when I go live, and you'll see my daily uploads. Daily uploads are a pretty big thing here on the channel. And we're starting a new Minecraft series called SammyCraft starting next week. It'll be a part of like a bonus style upload for, I believe, Sundays, which is going to become my missed day. And it's not just going to be TCGs because monetarily speaking, I can't keep up. I can't keep up the Sunday drafts. Especially when I'm not doing amazing at them. If I was really good and I would be going net positive, it'd be great. But looks like we got a lobby here, baby. Hey. Not gonna lie, that diamond border feels really nice. It looks so cool. I haven't seen one. I haven't had one in like forever. So this brings me back. But I don't know. Maybe I can hit Masters. Maybe I can hit Masters this season. Cause like look, I've got like the purple motif for the banner, right? But do I have like a blue banner? I mean, I guess the Aurora banner. Oh, okay. This looks kind of clean. And is there like a blue Kaiser skin? There we go. Yo, look at how clean this looks. Alright. Just testing. 1, 2, testing. The audio is still good, right? Testing. There we go. Yo, look at how clean this looks. Alright. Just testing. 1, 2, testing. Yep, alright. That looks good on my end. Alright. Well, there we go. Alright. So once the champ select drops, we're gonna be ready. I got some stuff done. Alright. Oh, sorry. I'm just stretching. Remember to stay stretching so you stay limber, boys. Where's Poo Poo Senpai? Did he change names again? Jesus Christ. I mean, I wouldn't blame Poo Poo if he changed names again, but I don't know. Because I don't see him in, is he in the VC? Let's find out. Yeah, Poo Poo's there. Oh, there's even a 6th player. Alright, well, we've got the draft, so you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get that sexy juice or a Smurf. Okay, is it QE Zav? Is that the name of the Smurf? Here we go. We're getting ready. Yeah, okay. Perfect. So we got Chiefs on red. We got Nordians on blue here for game number 1. So, do we want to get some predictions going for game number 1? Because I can create a poll here in my interface. So give me a second. Let me make a poll. How do I engage with the audience? Start a poll. Game 1 winner. Chiefs. No, I'm gonna go Nordians as option 1 and Chiefs as option 2. There you go. There we go. We had a poll in the chat. For you guys. I'm gonna, once I see the draft, I'm gonna vote. But some people, there you go. All right, so everyone is loaded up. We've got the ready check here from. We've got the ready check for Chiefs. Just waiting on the ready check from the side of. Jesus, can I? Hello. Give me a second. Alright, here we go. The draft is starting. We're going to be taking Maverick Bob's Valkos away. It's interesting. We're already starting. And Strikey going to lose to Syndra. We saw him played once in the qualification tournament. And that's going to... Wow, the Viger. These bans are rapid fire. Just making sure that no one gets some fast-paced action. We're keeping Worgen off the Viego. And Tupapa's going to have his Lilia banned away. All right, interesting. We already have some interesting bans here. Keep in mind, this is hard fearless. So we'll see if these bans adapt as the games go on. But Tupapa also going to have his Jarvan taken away. There's a lot of solid top lane picks for first pick here. So let's see what the priority is here. It is going to be Strikey selecting the Hui. So what does Mav Bob want to play against it? Because I believe it's Shanks on support and Mav. I want to say it's Shanks on support, Mav mid. Ooh, the Ziggs. We love seeing the Ziggy Wiggy. Now, it could be going over to Heavy. Heavy has been known to play some Ziggs. So, but whichever lane gets to play it, I'm gonna... I'm always a fan of some Ziggs gaming. Not that I don't like Quay. Ooh, we got Ziggs and Jinx. Okay, so we got that late game guaranteed here for the side of the Chiefs. We're ready to go to the 35-minute team fight win. That's what it's all about. Sivir. Common counter pick here into the Jinx. Very good at wave clearing. Very good late game damage once you get 3+ crit items. And see what we're going to pair it up with. Are we going to pick a support first? Or are we just going to give priority over to picking the junglers? Because already 3 junglers have been taken away. Ooh, Reg, considering locking in the set. Okay. So top lane priority here in the early part of the draft. So the jungler is going to be left on the table for even more junglers to be banned. Let's see what the Chiefs respond with, because they do have counter picks since they're on red side. But do they want to go through another 2 jungle bans most likely, or are we going to split it with support bans? Let's see here. It is going to be the Renekton here for Poo-Poo. . All right, now let us see what bands are coming through. We have 3 jungle bands, 3 mid lane bands, but the mid laners have already been selected. So my guess is we're probably going to get 2 support bands, 2 jungle bands. Kind of even it out, you know? Thin the pool just a little bit, because if not, we're going to play the Alistair Rel minigame. And, okay, Diana, going to be taken away here from Tupapa. It's 4 jungle bands. Melio taken away from Shanks, trying to punish Shanks' a rather small support champion pool, or at least from what we saw from the tournament. Keep in mind, the tournament, the qualification tournament was best of ones. We didn't get to see much. Dupapa's Nefiri going to be banned off the table, and now this Zillion pick, which can be flexed between Mav and Shanks, has been banned away. So indeed, 2 support, 2 jungle bans. Yeah, Tupapa getting 4 target bans. Hey, I mean, the Ivern is up. The Ivern is up. Maybe they're telling you, I dare you to pick the Ivern. Maybe that's what the Chiefs are trying to tell you. I don't know. All right, the Zin's out here locked in for Morgan Freeman. So we'll see if the OG, if we can teach an old dog new tricks. How good is this man on the Xinjiao? Okay, well, hey, the Ivern is coming out, ladies and gentlemen, as predicted. This was the Tupapa All-Star Champion in the qualification tournament, because it was led through basically almost every single game. And here we have Leona for, Nautilus here for Port of Clay. And we saw that he looked fantastic on Engage Champions. No, we're back to Leona. All right, so solid Engage options here from the side of Nordians. Probably looking for front-to-back style team fights. Not much split pushing. But with the Renekton also picked here for the Chiefs, I don't think we're going to see much side laning. Unless we see, I don't know, like... I mean, I don't know what kind of support could enforce maybe like... So far, I'm really liking the draft here from the Chiefs, but I feel like Nordians have a pretty cohesive draft, you know? They have the we're running at you and they get away from us button. Okay, the Morgana here for Shanks. Interesting. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and put my votes into the Nordians faith. So give me just a second as I vote in my own poll. And yeah, it looks like the Chiefs are leading with 71% of the votes. C'est quoi le roster? The Nordians? Nordians is Reg top, Tupapa jungle, Strikey mid, Altacore 80 carry, and Porteclé supports. Sorry, I was having trouble seeing the chat because my poll... Oh, okay. It just dismisses it from my client. Okay, I thought I lost it in its entirety. So yeah, no, and I think. So wait, is Worgen top? I guess it might be Worgen top. I'm not too sure. Okay. Here we go. We got the perfect. Alrighty. So we probably have the week 2 cast of Twinkies versus High 7 planned shortly. Kojak will confirm when we do have it. But it does, unless I'm mistaken, the LCS order looks like we have Worgen in the top lane and Poo jungle. But that might just be an input error, and from when we spoke to Worgen during the interview, it did sound like he was a jungle guy. So unless things have changed. They are swapping? Okay. Master Poupou va se faire turbo gap. Okay. Well, I mean, what was fun when we were watching Poupou play on Blossom is he had like the versatility of kind of just playing whatever in the mid lane, from like tanks to mages to Yasuo and stuff. So I'm excited to see what that extends to when it comes to his champion pool here in I have no idea who this Nitro guy is. Master Gap is in the place. Oh, so Mr. Shaft? That's a weird YouTube handle, but hey. So this is the more comfortable style draft here coming out from Nordians in game number 1. But keep in mind, they only really played best of ones. So we'll have to see if after this, you know, we could still have faith in the Nordians. But this, this draft definitely looks like we're going to see a lot of action. I believe we're going... Both these teams really do care about grubs. Process about égal Mr. Gab. Oh, nice. See, I don't know your guys' IRL names. You know, like I still call Poupou Poupou. Even if Poupou's name was like John Finkel, I'd still call him Poupou. You know. The biggest Poupou fan? Damn. S tier jungler. Well, I mean, I guess we'll have to redo the tier list. I didn't know Poupou was going to be a jungle this season. I thought he was going to be playing top lane. I was excited to see the Poupou versus Reg matchup, but I guess it's going to be Worgen versus Reg. It looks like we do have spectator delay. So while we are waiting... okay, that's cool. I didn't know. Yeah, me IRL, some people call me Leighton. Even though I have a real name, some people just call me Leighton. Because I was Leighton's cookie for a very, very, very long time. Alright. We got a bottle of water. Oh. It's been at least an hour. I can eat and drink. But I can drink now. So, looking at the team comps, I do feel like we're going to be playing through this top side quite a bit, trying to get Renekton a little bit of that early game advantage. Not that it's a hard matchup for Renekton into Set, but I feel like if you give Renekton an advantage, then Set just can't really lane. The same is like almost also true in Set's favor. But we'll have to see what the junglers want to prioritize. I see that we're both playing, we're playing 2 hyper carries. and Engage versus Enchanter in the bot lane. So excited. We're probably going to see double Ignite, to be fair. Double Ignite, or if Maverick, sorry, if Shanks is not feeling it, maybe we're just going to see the heal coming out of Morgana. I doubt we're gonna see much exhaust. There's not really any instant burst champions. I mean, sure, there's like Renekton's W, but other than that, no one's going 100 to 0 there, because there's the Ivern shield, there's a Hui shield, there's a Morgana Black shield. There's a lot of peel and shields this game. So if we get a Chemtech Soul, that would honestly probably be game changing, given like the regen, the shielding and stuff. So looking forward to seeing what exactly we're gonna get. But I glazed the shit out of Heavy. I want to see Heavy perform, because I've seen him on many teams and I've seen him being held back. So I personally do believe that he can peak. But we'll have to find out. I will have to turn the sound on because I was doing the diamond grind yesterday. We have hit diamond in TFT. I'm super happy. Gonna start working towards Masters after the series is done. It's a best of 3, so shouldn't be too late, and we'll be able to get some stuff done. And looking forward to it. I don't have anything planned for tomorrow, and I may not have something planned for Tuesday, but we'll have to wait and see. Here we go. Spectator delay. It's gonna close, and now we're gonna load in. So we're gonna see Booty Bunny jump scare. Hey, yo, look at that cake, baby. Avert your eyes if you're a virgin. Well, here we go. We're getting in to the game. We pray to Riot, the small indie company, to have the best kind of frame rate that we will ever be given. Turn the master volume on. UON. Control Shift Z. Scroll back, scroll back. Here we go. We are ready for some goddamn good action. We've got ourselves 4 teleports, double barrier, double lethal tempo, ignite versus heal, grass versus conqueror, and double arcing comet in the mid lane. So here we go. We've got what looks like a topside invade here from the side of Chiefs. They are going to see Strikey. Zig's bouncing bomb going to come through, but not much else is going to happen. Shanks and Heavy are going to make their way to the bot lane. It looks like Ivern probably going to start at his chicken camp. While on side of Nordians, we're preparing a topside defense just in case, you know. Just in case, you know, they try and get cheeky again. But I feel like the level 1 here from Chiefs is pretty nice. You know, Hui only has 1 spell, so he can't proc his passive. And yeah, I mean, Leona, we say Leona is great at level 1, but Leona is really like Alistar is really like unlocked here at level 2. Oh, and here we're gonna get a ward down. So at least so Pupu is going to be rewarded with 5. Oh no, it was Jinx that was rewarded with the 5 gold on the ward here. Okay. So now we are starting the laning phase. You see here Maverick Bob is able to beat the Vel'Koz, Viger, 2-trick allegations. But we'll have to see. But I don't think we're going to see the most action from this mid lane. I think we're going to see a lot of farming. I think we might see some more fights here from Reg and Worgen, as they look to trade grass stacks and Color the Meek enhanced stacks. Althagor is going to miss a CS, but things look pretty even for now. Worgen has a little bit more CS in the top lane, and it's a fight for second level here. Shanks and Heavy are going to level first, and now Potekli going to get bound up. Okay, so 1 CS has been denied here by Worgen. And so far, Strikey and Maverick, they're just chilling, you know? They're just farming as they should. Not much else is going on. We have Ivern that's getting ready to go to his 4th camp. Oh, okay. Ivern's full clear already coming in. And now an Ice Facebreaker. Worgen is going to slice away here. Okay, Tupapa first to get the full clear done. And now Heavy got a ward in try. Gonna have to be a little bit careful. Another nice facebreaker here by Reg. The Ruthless Predator is gonna come out, stun him down to a little bit less health. And the crabs are spawning in 10 seconds. I mean, Tupapa will not have smite. So I think we're gonna look to maybe opt for a lane gank as Pupu is clearing his as Pupu is opting to clear. Another nice facebreaker. Worgen takes a little bit of damage, forced to slice, and dice away. But here comes... Oh, okay. Tupapa is going to be able to secure the crab, so now Pupu has to go top side to be able to get his. It looks there was a little bit of a scuffle, but the Dark Binding was enough to just oh, okay, Maverick Bob looking to get aggressive. Throws the minefield, the bouncing bomb, gonna get hit by the Hui combo, but both mid laners are now out of mana. Means they cannot continue their levels of aggression. Heavy has been able to keep up a little bit of a CS lead, just a wee bit. But so far, no meaningful, outside of top lane, no meaningful advantage has been pressed yet. Looks like Reg got a cheater recall in. Worgen able to get a nice big wave. He's trying to crash it into Reg. But Reg did get a buy-in. Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna maybe see a play here with the flash facebreaker, but I think Reg wants to try and hit that level 6 to maybe make a... Ooh, that's first blood though. Worgen gonna get caught with his pants down. Now Alticor very low, but there's not much of a follow-up. Alticor is just too low, and now Shanks might be in a bit of danger. The root color gonna force the black shield. And now the Ignite coming out onto Heavy. But Heavy, you know, he's got a gun and he's the bam, the bam, the bam. He's just firing back. Tupapa here making sure that his bot lane is safe. And the Ignite and Flash invested for just a heal. So he's really looking to crash that wave. But here, Tupapa falling a little bit behind CS-wise. As Pupu has just continued to do the inspired hashtag full clear senpai, and we've got the bot scuttle that's gonna be spawning back up very shortly. Here in the mid lane though, we see that Strikey is starting to build a little bit of a CS lead. Reg continues taking positive trades, but one thing Reg has to be careful of is these extended trades. If he uses the Haymaker a little bit too early, then Renekton will really get to punish him properly. Keep in mind that Renekton W does break. Oh, here we might have a gank in the mid lane. It's Pupu and Maverick versus Porteclé and Strikey, but it's just going to be a skill shot traded for a skill shot. No flash invested by either mid laner. Here, Reg has managed to build back up the CS deficit. And now it looks like Pupu has started this dragon. No, it looks like we are just fighting for the crab right now. Porteclé gonna get Dark Binding. The wind becomes lightning. He's gonna attack Audacious Charge onto Porteclé here, and we're gonna miss the isolated Thunderbolt. And now we're gonna go back to chilling. Okay, Dark Binding gonna get caught by the spell shield. So Sivir gonna heal a little bit off the Morgana spells. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Okay, Reg and Worgen just trading. Another nice Dark Binding. Shanks having pretty good accuracy landing these. Leona Flash half cooldown. But the Ignite is about to be back up. The Ultimate's still available for both top laners, so maybe we're looking to get a little bit of something. Another small CS lead been built back up by Worgen here as he looks to deny as much CS as possible. Even managed to deny a cannon minion. So the little bit of gold advantage, because of the kill, Set is still ahead. But Renekton has an experienced lead. And in the mid lane, we're about almost 2 waves up, and here Altacore gonna get tagged by the Dark Binding, forced to use the flash and the On the Hunt. So those are 2 big cooldowns used, and it looks like Tupapa just making his way to the top lane to get those grubs, as he has a very easy time fighting with Daisy. But priority has been given over to the Chiefs to start up this dragon. And now Maverick Bob looking to get some action. Shaggy gonna rotate up, and Red is gonna rotate down towards Tupapa. Help him get a little bit of clearing. Oh, it's just Reg. I believe Strikey quite doesn't do that much damage to monsters at this point of the game. And yeah, Reg does a shit ton. Anyways, the wave is frozen, so it's not like Reg is missing out on anything. And there you go. That's going to be grubs for Dragon traded. So if ever Set gets some alone time with a turret, he'll definitely be able to put in some good work. Farm-wise, it's still the small CS lead here ahead for Worgen, and the small CS lead for Strikey. Other than that, everything is about even. Altacore gonna try and get some poke down with the bouncing blades. And now we're gonna get the flowing river, and we're trying to go off. We throw the big, but Morgana gonna get the Mega Inferno Bomb Strikey not gonna die, gonna be saved by the Ivern Shield at the last second here, but now Strikey has lost his flash and not gonna find it too fun. And bot lane, Evie took a little bit of a worsening trade against Altacore, eating a Boomerang Blade, but other than that, things seem to be pretty fine. But fantastic play here from the side of Chiefs to be able to blow Strikey's flash. Now we almost have the Black Fire Torch on both sides, and looks like Titanic Hydra gonna be the item of choice for Pupu, and we're going more than likely, I want to say, Eclipse for Worgen. I mean, makes sense, you know, get that shield so you can take a bit better trades. Oh, okay. The Wind Becomes Lightning does not land, but Strikey, after using his teleport, already down to 30%. A dive might be looking to come. And now Pupu spots Tupapa here in the mid lane. Worgen gets another nice push. But, I mean, Hui able to clear that wave, able to keep himself safe. And, yeah, we've got double Wild Arrows being built for the bot side. So next up, I imagine the IEs are going to be coming in. Well, the Berserker Greaves into the IEs. So we'll have to see. Maybe Sivir opts for the Tsukuyomi build with infinite mana, infinite cooldowns. Strikey here, got to look to take a recall. And Maverick is starting to close up that CS gap little by little. Reg is going to crash a wave into the turret. I believe a plate is going to be lost here, unless I'm mistaken. Let's find out. Yeah, a plate indeed was lost, and it's Titanic here for Set as his first item. So his auto attacks are definitely gonna have that little bit. But now Pupu is gonna find Balticlé at the audacious charge to knock up with the 3-talent strike, and now with the Mega Inferno Bomb, Strikey might get caught up. Balticlé here forced to flash out. We have the red buff onto one more Wind Becomes Lightning. The snipe from downtown Heavy not gonna be able to find the Super Mega Death Rocket, and Balticlé survives with just his flash. forcing Poo to use his. So, Heavy is starting to building up a 2 CS lead at this point of the game. You can tell it's really close. The players are fighting for inches and centimeters on square miles. And that's kind of crazy. If you're in construction, I think you know what I'm talking about. Other than that, well, XD, you know? Auto attacks for Boomerang Blaze straight in the bot lane. And it looks like Zig's gonna opt to maybe get some Mercury treads. It's a lot of CC. The On the Hunt popped here for Altacore. Barrier used on Heavy, but it might just be Heavy going down. And Reg takes a positive trade against Worgen. The root up here on the Bataclan, but it means we get priority access to this turret. The wave though is pretty dunzos. Ooh, okay. The showstopper not gonna be invested, but we've got a dragon coming up in 20 seconds, and Heavy is about to make his way back, so that might just be another. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be 2 plates here for Reg. So like I said, he's got grubs. He's set. Presses the face what is it? The knuckle breaker or whatever. It just Qs the turret, and it's like Trundle Q or Rengar Q. It does an insane amount of damage to the turret. You wouldn't think punching ceramic hurts the turret, but it does. And now Poo starting up this second dragon. Only 1,000 gold separates both teams right now, but things are very, very close. Oh, okay. Worgen gonna take a decent amount of damage. Gonna slice over the wall, but that is gonna be Chiefs taking their second objectives. 2-1 in objectives, 2-0 in kills here for Nordians. And things are just looking close, but we're going back to the farmscape. We've got the Rift Herald in 20 seconds. And yeah, it's gonna be boost advantage here for Altacore. We are looking to maybe get a play. Oh, okay. I guess we left. Okay, we've got the Demolish proc. And that's gonna be first turret going over to Reg. And now we're looking to get the spell immune. The shield lasted long enough. Cupcake Daisy not gonna be able to make an impact there. And now we're gonna look to fight for this Rift Herald. If Chiefs can secure it, it's gonna give them the feat of monster slaying. And then it's going to be down to whoever gets those 3 kills. But it's already at kill point here for the side of Nordians. So they do have to be a little bit careful. The Tiamat, the Titanic Hydra is proving to be... is doing a little bit of splash damage on the autos here. It looks like Poo has given up priority. And now Worgen forced to dash away. It was the flash invested by Tupapa trying to find the root collar, and we have no Daisy here, but the Herald does die pretty fast. Maverick Bob is gonna rotate, and Poo is just farming up them resources right now. It looks like priority. Oh, okay, no, it looks like we want to try and fight for it. A nice root collar though onto Poo means that there will be no... Ooh, okay, we're trying to get this turret, but Africa Bob not gonna be able to use the Zigzag view in time. That turret is getting very low, so another wave of time with it, and Natupapa might be in danger, not caught by the lightning. And ooh, a nice root collar to get to the Krugs, avoid the wind become lightning, and now Tupapa sees Poo and Shanks on their way, but Bataclan is making his way there. Interesting item choice. We're going with the Leandri's first item here on the Morgana. I would have thought maybe you go Zonia's because you kind of need a way to continue team fights. But I mean, the Dark Pool will be a little bit annoying. I wonder if Shanks is debating if he takes the Zags or if he takes something like the Celestial Opposition. They have a little bit more durability. He has the unstable item chest, so he can make his choice whenever he's not in combat, and we'll see what he does settle his mind on. Looks like Leandri's going to be the next item here for Ziggs. To realize that, you know, a little bit of HP burn. They've got some good poke that they can land before team fights. And the Merc's very helpful against heavy crowd control. So now we are clearing wards around this dragon area, trying to get a bit of priority. Dragon is only in another 80 seconds. So Root Color going to land on Shanks, but no follow-up here. Out the court, though, making some really good progress onto the turret. And now the wave is gone. The Root Color is going to miss, but Strikey might be in no man's land. Forced to flash. Thanks to the Mega Inferno Bomb. And that's a Flash Dark Binding by Shanks. The Soul Shackle's not going to find its target, but the Clay has to get out of there. And Poo goes back in, getting excited. It's heavy. And now, can we get more? The Showstopper onto Worgen. And we're trying to kill Alticore. And we are. Jinx is excited. A super big super big haymaker. But we've got the slows. And is it going to be enough? The bombs. Do we have the cooldowns? And Worgen is going to die to the turret aggro. But it's heavy. Getting just a single kill. But multiple resets. So it's going to be the feats of strength going over here to the side of... it's going to be the feats of strength going over here to the side of the Nordians. But that's a team fight win for the Chiefs themselves. And it's a good amount of money spread about. We have now we have a 100 gold bounty on Maverick Bob's head. And he's getting close to finishing that Leandris. The first to finish that Leandris means that the poke is going to be a little bit annoying to contest around objectives. And we have this Cloud Soul this game. Yo, what's up, Rafa? How you doing? The gold lead is tied up. Dragon has spawned. It is Cloud Soul point here for the side of the Chiefs. If they're able to get it, the Dark Binding not going to be able to find its target. And here we go. We are really fighting for this mid wave. These bush wards mean more than our lives. Maverick Bob is on wave clearing duty. He's 300 gold away from the Leandris. I don't know if that means that the Nordians are gonna want to give up the soul point here. It's already being worked on. And it looks like Strikey might not have any intentions to commit. We're looking for we were looking for Root Collars and Dark Bindings, but Reg managed to get the bot lane turret instead. Might be in a bit of trouble though. Worgen looking to find him. The Showstopper onto 3. And we've got the Salam Alaikum. It goes in, and Poo now might be in trouble. The Spiraling Despair coming out. It's gonna get a double kill, and Heavy now gonna be burst out. Pump the clip with a kill. The flash here from Tupapa trying to find his target. The Flowing River's not gonna be enough. And with the Thunderbolt, we're going to be starting the Otacon. Beautiful fight here from the Nordians. Alticore is very low though. If he takes another side swipe, he might just die. Shanks, unless it's a visual bug, it looks like Shanks has still not decided which support item he wants to go with. Which is a little bit interesting. But that is going to be the Otacon here for the Nordians. We have 27 petals, so that's not that much in retrospective, but it is about 1,000-ish to 1,500 gold worth of stats and XP. So it does help them catch up and give them XP leads in certain lanes. But it looks like Maverick Bob has been farming a Storm. Now we've got the Leandri's BFT for both mid laners. We're nearing the second item here for Worgen. And yeah, 2 items now a piece here for Tupapa, Strikey, and Reg versus just 2 items on Maverick Bob. So the 2,000 gold lead A little bit deciding here. But the Zag's Realm Spike gonna be the item of choice here for Shanks. So he is gonna get basically another Luden's Companion proc when he lands his first spell of cooldown to the target that gets hit. Solstice Slay gonna be the support item of choice here for Leona. I really like it because it does often, he's gonna be near either to Papa, Reg, or Altacore. So it's going to give them the movement speed and a little bit of healing that they might need to continue the engage or get out of a sticky bind. And here, let's see now. Black Cleaver picked up for Worgen, and now we're going. We are. I guess we're just waiting around for Baron. We're going to be clearing waves, and we're going to be looking to yeah, just farm it up. I mean, we're playing these late game AD carries. And these late game mid laners looking to just get insane team fights going. And the only problem I see with Maverick's build is that he does not have a tier, and because he does not have a tier and only a single mana item, there is a scenario where if he does not have a blue buff, that he can run out of mana. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that if it actually does happen, because it has been seen in some pro games where this new kind of Ziggs build kind of runs a bit because he throws out so many spells, but he only builds a single mana item. Because unfortunately, the rest of the mana items kind of suck, so, you know. But he does have a blue buff right now, so you can see he's spell slinging. He's like a Vivi player in MTG. He's just going bam, 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 non-creature spells. And yep, now we're just chilling and farming. Altacore has the IE, same with Heavy, so they clear the waves pretty well. And once they get to that 3 crit item mark, that's when these AD carries get a little bit explosive. But specifically for Jinx, the first takedown in a team fight that Heavy can partake in, whether it's a kill or an assist, really does increase that DPS and gives him a modicum of safety given to how much movement speed he's able to get out of it. Alright, we're slinging spells. Baron spawning in 5 seconds as it just crossed through the mid lane. And now we're looking. Okay, we do get a root collar onto Shanks, but here's Reg and Worgen, and now Worgen might be caught up. The fear coming onto him. He's getting burst down. He's ignited. And now the On the Hunt is popped. Nordians are looking for a team fight. Poo taken down to like 100 HP. And Heavy gonna be stunned. Is in the Spiraling Despair. The Thunderbolt and away passive. That's just so much magic damage. And Strikey gonna be able to take him out. Maverick is trying to survive. But there's not enough damage. The Soul Shackles here coming out from Shanks. But Maverick Bob is gonna burn to Papa to a crisp with that Leandries. Overall, it's a 2-for-1. It's a 2-for-1 play, but a lot of flashes have been used up, and the soul is stacking. It's got to be stopped here for Nordians. They are going to be able to claim their first dragon of the game. So this Ivern already at that 3 item mark. You know, Ivern items are like 2,300 gold, so it takes about 2/3 of an item. 2/3 of a real item to get an item. So 3 items is still just 2 items in retrospective. But because he gets to get to these items so fast, his value as a shielder and healer really goes through the roof. We might see Knight's Vow here as the next item for the Leona. I wouldn't be surprised by it. It's really good. Shanks might get caught out here, but has the Black Shield to get away from the Zenith Blade. And now Baron is up. So it's the next thing we're probably looking to fight over. And we see the War Boots, the War Greaves have been upgraded here on Sivir. And a bit of anti-heal, you know, make sure that Renekton healing doesn't, Renekton and Zizak healing doesn't come all the way through. But Baltic here might be caught out. The Chomper's coming out, the Soul Shackles from Morgana. The Eclipse is gonna fall. Another audacious charge. And even though Leona is a very tanky champion, just gonna melt through from Heavy. And yeah, so Essentially, we just used our ults. No summoners were burned. It was basically just ultimates. But that means for the next about like 60-ish seconds, there's going to be a period of time where Nordians have more ults than the Chiefs. But it looks like it's not going to matter. The mid-outer is going to drop in exchange for that kill on Leona since they had to take a recall. Last Whisper now picked up on the Jinx, so we are looking to more than likely get an LDR. There's not that much healing on the side of... there's not that much healing here on the side of the Nordians. I mean, sure, there's the Redemption and the Moonstone on Ivern, but that's more shielding than healing, if anything. And now, as we wait for these next backs to come through, Maverick almost at that Shadow Flame tier. Gonna be pretty excited to get it. I believe he has the combined cost for it, so that puts him at 3 items. But Strikey, who's also had a rather silent game, is able to keep up in item value. He also almost has a maxed out Dark Seal. And now Patekle gets caught out, but gets hit by the Wind Becomes Lightning. But it's not enough for Pupu to commit the jump. And yeah, so we have Worgen and Reg looking to hold the bot lane. And Pupu gets spotted clearing out his Kruggy Wuggies. And we're just clearing vision control. And yeah, we're just waiting. We'll eventually have a team fight. A little bit of a rather slow game compared to some of our prestige games. This is 17 kills at 30 minutes. It's a little bit more than 2 kills a minute, but you know, some games we were having like almost 3 to 4 kills a minute, so it was a little bit insane. But here now, Patekle gonna get slapped by a bouncing bomb. The average shields are coming in handy. The Jinx has finished the LDR, so that's the 3 crit item mark that the Jinx wanted to hit here. And now Worgen forced to slice and dice away so he doesn't get hit by the Facebreaker. And we summon Daisy's. Daisy's gonna hit by the Dark Binding. We get the Eclipse onto Morgana. And now Shanks could be in trouble. There's no Zonias for him. So that's gonna be the support taken out for a few ultimates. The heal was also burned. And that's gonna be the start here on Baron that we were looking for. Pupu looking to get a little bit of vision. And now the Spiraling Despair connects. Leona gets pressing guarded over the wall. And there might be a little bit of trouble here, but Patekle able to secure that kill. And now Patekle gonna go down here. And now we go back to fighting over this Baron, but it looks like we're just gonna be wave clearing here from the side of the Chiefs, having lost their jungler versus the support. It means they can't really commit to fighting for it anymore. The Baron secured 4,000 gold lead here for the Nordians. And the Chiefs look a little bit in disarray. Some mild communication issues, it seems, that we are getting. Now Shanks here gonna get a flash Soul Shackles, trying to land a Dark Binding on Altacore, but just forces out to Bubba's flash. And I mean, that's not bad, but here looking at the money, there's 3,000 gold here on Altacore. He really has to take a recall, but Dragon is up in a second. So 80 carry item disadvantage for the time being. And Maverick Bob does a lot of damage with this poke. But Pupu is just making his way to the team fight. The Eclipse gonna land onto Heavy, and now Heavy gets caught out. Maverick Bob flashes over the wall. And that's gonna be Heavy and Shanks getting 2 kills first. And now we're looking to get more. Ooh, okay. Shanks is gonna be rather low. But Dragon gets reset. We're looking to connect the Wind Become Lightning. Altacore still hasn't spent that money yet, but it looks like we might send Maverick Bob or Heavy to go pick up some money. The crab has been secured by the Chiefs. And now we're doing the Dragon Dance. But Strikey and Tupapa are at 50%. Pupu also getting taken the Mega Inferno Bomb here. Gonna do quite a bit. We get an Audacious Charge onto him. Go with the Crescent Charge. We're trying to lock down Tupapa, but we're not gonna be able to. A nice zap, and Heavy does so much damage right now. It might be able to push them away. So Tupapa looks like he has to take a recall here. And that's going to be his. Shirelia's picked up. Mortal Reminder and a Vam Scepter also picked up for the side of Alticore. So we are nearing full build on some carries. And we might even see the double redemption gang here if Leona gets enough time. I don't think so. But we'll have to see. Now we're resetting up to fight for this dragon once again. Now Worgen might be a little bit caught out. Reg is the level 18. We got a slice, we got a dice, and now Worgen uses the Dominus, trying to get away, pulls back by the Daybreaker. The Black Shield gonna be helpful, and now Tupapa taking to about 30% HP. The Eye of the Watcher is gonna be able to find Worgen proccing the Sterix. Ooh, okay. And that's a double kill. That's a haymaker if I've ever seen one. Heavy's gonna go down, and a Pupu really trying, but it's gonna be a 5-for-1 here. Double kill on Reg. Double kill on Alticore. And they're looking to cleanly take this game number 1. They've got the grubs. They don't have Reg, so it doesn't go as fast as it could go. But these are 30-second death timers, and they have a wave coming. It's a cannon wave also, so it's guaranteed for a game 1 win here for the Nordians. We go to match point. The Pupu jungle angle didn't seem like it worked out too fantastically. But here we go, getting ready for that game 2 angle. Ooh, Booty Bunny jump scare. Alright, let me get that music back up and running. We've got the draft link up and ready here for game number 2. Oh. New lobby? I guess we're getting a new lobby. Won't be too long. All right, it's a new lobby every time because we gotta do the thing. I keep forgetting. All right. So, some good team fighting we saw here in that game 1. Looking forward to seeing what else the Chiefs have cooking for us. I really liked Maverick's Ziggs. He put in a lot of I liked how much effort and like the amount of skill shots and stuff he was landing, like a lot of poke. But unfortunately, you know, Pelticlee and Pelticlee just had such amazing Leona ultimates, able to catch Heavy and Maverick with their pants down for the most of it. And yeah, no, this guy on Engage, damn, like just hot damn. That was that was pretty good. A high seven have won their game against have won game one against Blossom here. So both games are going to game two. So as we are getting the lobby ready, you know, a little bit of downtime in between. I look forward to seeing more hyper carries from both sides. I feel like Altacore and Heavy played the team fights pretty well. Unfortunate for Heavy that he got picked out by the Leona ultimates. It really felt like Balticlay had his number that game. But other than that, the Poo Jungle Swap was a little bit interesting. So we'll see here if it does continue. Don't know if that is going to be the case. You know, because you can swap there and swap back if ever. So it looks like the Chiefs are retaking the red side here, so they like the counter pick angle. The Renekton looks good, but I feel like it just kind of didn't do enough. And there are champions, at least from what I feel in the current meta, that kind of do what Renekton does, but like a little bit better. You know, like you have the Ambessa, you have the Camille, you have the like even things like Kled and stuff. You know, just something. It has to me. It's always felt this, and I've seen it happen in pro play. You know, but the Renekton pick, you know, like there's a timer on him, and when that timer's run, he becomes Lee Sin. And essentially, what I mean by that is that Lee Sin in the late game literally turns into a dragon kick bot. If you land the dragon kick on the carry, kicking them into your team, and you instantly kill their carry, it looks fantastic. But other than that, you know, it just slowly starts to lose value. And there was just a lot of CC that the Renekton had to play through, and unfortunately, he just didn't. He just did not find the Ruthless Predator angles to get onto Altacore. Plus, the four support items that the five support items that Nordians had in total, the locket plus the four things that Ivern had built, really made it hard to lock down either Altacore or Strikey in those team fights. And the beautiful face breakers that Reg was able to land, like that last haymaker that just it 50%ed Reg and Shanks. So it is what it is. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what surprises we have in the Game 2 draft coming up. So make sure you grab your drink, you grab your snack if you have to, because once we get into Champ Select, you'll have about 5 minutes before we see the in-game action. Right now, we're just waiting on the ready check from both teams, and then I'll keep you guys updated when the draft gets started. I think Reg had some connection issues, so it looks like he's reconnecting. At least from what I can see here in my friends list, he is currently offline. Oh. We're missing Reg, we're missing Balticlay. Alright. The players have made it into the lobby. I think we're just waiting on Balticlay, but Balticlay normally, I think he joins in the lobby around the end of the Champ Select. The physical draft itself, because they can see the draft in their voice chat, so should be good to go with the links. Alrighty. So we get ready for that Game 2 draft. Give a reminder that during the qualification tournament, we only really saw the same style of team comp from the Nordians, because no one was really banning that team comp against them, so we saw a lot of Ivern gameplay. So this is going to be the first time here, because we're on game number 2, that we get to see Tupapa really on something else. We know Alticore likes to play late game carries. We know Strikey likes to play mages. We know Reg likes to play AD bruisers, and we know Pelticlay likes to play engage. So we know their playstyle. But what other picks do they have for us? That's what we need to see. And I'm sure they've got some great picks. It's just during the qualification tournament, they played like the same thing 4 out of 5 times or whatever. And hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, here's Pelticlay. It looks like we're going to be starting the draft in a second. All right, we have the ready check here from both teams. Now, Nordians on blue side. Let's see here if the AP mage mid bands are going to continue from the side of Nordians. We had here last draft, we had Viego, Viger, Vel'Koz versus Syndra, Lilia, Jarvan. Let's see here what we're cooking, or as often during the prestige matches, you guys saw that the first round of bans outside of a single champion was always the same. Ooh, it looks like we have a none ban. Error's going to be corrected here in chat. We'll find out exactly what is turned off. They are asking for confirmation. Syndra is currently being hovered by the Chiefs. It is going to get locked in. All right. While we wait for an answer, it is now Nordian's turn for their second ban, and the first ban. Okay, is oh, okay. It looks like the Nordians were not ready. But the second ban is still going to be the Viger like it was. Okay, it's Vel'Koz. Okay. So Vel'Koz is Vel'Koz is the first ban. All right, there you go. So far, we've got the same 5 bans. Is Jarvan also going to be taken off the table? No, this time the Ashe going to be banned away here from Alticore. So Nordians gonna look to pick up the Monkey King, which means Jarvan is open here for whomever would like it. But we've seen we've seen that a Trundle looks kind of decent into the monkey, but is it something that Pupu has practiced? Because it turns out, we landed a decent amount of Wind Becomes Lightning, but it just felt like Pupu was going in a little bit too early. Ooh, the early Diana pick and Zillion. Wow. Okay. So the Chiefs are already spicing things up, giving us... I don't know what this combo is called, but it looks cool. I'm gonna call it the Chrono Fall because Echo's ult is. What is Zillion's ult called? I've not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever heard the name of Zillion's ult, because I know the Chrono Break is when Echo rewinds time or whatever, and it's what they use during pauses to try and fix game states. Jhin locked in here for Alticore, so looking to play a little bit safer in the backline, more of a mid-game style AD carry. Still scales fantastically into the late game, but has one obvious weakness. He's got 4 bullets. And when you have 4 bullets, it means that certain tanks become almost unkillable when you are fighting them in team fights. It's gonna be the Shin Karma, so we're looking for a very safe style lane here from the Nordians bot lane. Let me just I'll get a poll going during champ select, so it won't be too long. Sorry guys, I was a little unprepared. My bad. But you can also just vote. You can also just type in the chat who you think's leading the draft right now. All right. Ooh, the Vayne Zillion Diana trio. Okay, the Chiefs are definitely giving us that all-purpose spice. And we're going to be banning Reg's York away. This is something we often saw banned against Reg because he likes playing AD pushers, you know, Set, Yorick. I guess Trundle also falls as an AD pusher. But we'll see here. Mundo taken away from either Worgen or Pupu. We've seen, I believe we've seen Pupu play Mundo before, and I mean, Mundo a pretty easy top laner to play. Very good at the push lifestyle, and in certain comps almost becomes invincible. Like especially against a champion like Shin, you know, it becomes a lot hard to knock him down a peg. There is also no support anti-heal item, so if Karma does want to pick it up, she will have to build an Oblivion Orb. The Ambessa banned away here from Reg. There is a champion that we mentioned that he has games on. So let's see what the last ban here from the side of Nordians is. We banned a top laner so far. Are we going to ban a fourth top laner in this scuffle? Because I have no idea where the Zillion and the Diana are going. I think it's Vayne 80 carry. It's going to be the Ornn ban. Okay, so we are maybe looking to play the Rumble from the side of Reg. I mean, I can see it with the Jhin, the Wukong, you know, the current call over an Equalizer Cyclone, and you have the Karma to speed up the Monkey. So I can definitely see it. But ooh, okay, Chiefs are going for the spicy comp. They've got Aurora and Diana, so we do not know who their mid laner is yet. We will find out. They've done a good job flexing pick information, so you can't really have much of an idea outside of probably the bot lane. The jungle is in the midst, but it looks like we want a counter pick option here against Tupapa, who had a phenomenal game on the Ivern. So it's going to be a Vex here for Strikey. Okay, so we're committing to the all-in action. So I don't know if we're going to see much of a Vel'Koz, much of a Rumble, but maybe we see what could we see? Because if it is Aurora top and you pick a tank, you're gonna get abused. But then again, it could also be Diana jungle, and top could be just held until now. What does Reg want? Reg wants big rock man. Reg saw patch notes. Reg go rock solid. I wish Malphite was better in TFT. I miss playing crew. Anyways, some solid engage here from the side of Nordians. From a defensive style draft in game 1 to we are going to jump on your ass in game 2. It looks like it's Diana jungle, Aurora mid, bot lane, Vayne Zillion, top lane, Scion. So I don't think we're going to get much action in this top lane. I think it's going to get pretty bloody in the mid lane though. And the bot lane, well, at level 6, I feel like we're going to start seeing some fireworks. But let me just switch perspectives back to our super webcam and give you guys that poll. Oh, can I? Okay. Let's end this poll. Let's start a new poll. Nordians, Chiefs. There you go. Second poll is up in the chat for you guys. Vote, vote, vote away. Poll will end in a few minutes. Here we go. Just waiting to get to the champ select interface, and then we'll pivot. Let's see. Oh wait, we're about to get in game. I can't check the Mythic shop yet. Hannah, given the drafts, I like the sauciness coming out of the Chiefs, I'll be honest, but on rough paper, the Nordians draft just looks a little bit cleaner. However, the Chiefs had some pretty chaotic team fights, and I feel like the draft they have here is fantastic for that kind of aura they're looking to settle in. So if they can get the chaotic team fights they want with like the impromptu Diana ults and the Scion being a disruptor here in the back line, then I feel like we can get places with this draft. However, if we are doing the standard front to back style, I feel like Nordians, it just looks a little bit cleaner on paper. All right. So we are just waiting for the Nordians to give us their ready check. Make sure you stretch. Stay limber. As always, if you enjoy the content you see on this stream and you want to support me more, you have multiple ways to do it. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you aren't already. Ring that notification bell if you are subscribed. If you want to see daily content out of me, maybe even sometimes multiple videos a day, plus all the live streams. The live streams are already bonus content. And if you've got that Jeff Bezos money for $2.99 a month, you can join the Sanctum family. Helps me upgrade new peripherals and video game unlocks for you guys for even more content. So, hell yeah. Also, yeah. But that's enough yapping from me. Let's switch perspectives to the in-game. And other than that, we're just chilling. Alright, we got about 5 minutes before we get into the game. So if you need a snack or a drink or you need to take a bathroom break, make sure you go do it right now. These games started off a little bit slow, but then we got some chaotic team fighting around objectives. It looks like it is going to be Poo on the Diana, so we are looking forward to seeing that. A little bit of a different take than the traditional Xin Zhao. This is more of like a feast or famine style brawling jungler, and Diana will want to look to fight early on as she is pretty damn strong. And once that level 6 hits, trust, I think we are going to get some pretty gruesome things happening in the mid lane. That mid jungle from both teams looks fun. So I assume that's where the most amount of action is going to happen. And the bot lane, well, I mean, it's Vayne versus Jhin. Vayne is like a old school style answer to Jhin because, you know, you can just like tumble out of the way. And you could also E him out of his ult. But if you're that close, I think the Jhin's in a little bit of trouble. But yeah. So we'll see here. Enjoy the champ select music for the time being while we load into this game for you guys. Speaking of which, Worlds starts, I believe, next. I want to say Monday or Tuesday. No. So it's like the 14th. So we got 9 days till Worlds. So I'm gonna look to try and create as much Worlds content as I can without actually like streaming it. I'll be doing like offline style VODs. So if you guys do miss any of the replays and want some of my commentary, it'll be early in the morning though. So of course like low voice acting and stuff. But you feel me. Anyways, we got about 3.5 minutes before we get into the game. And things are looking spicy for game 2. I would love to see Chiefs go the distance and get us to a game 3 because we've seen a decent amount of 2-0s this week, including the fastest series in Eternals history between Adrien Vincent and La Team du Nord. I think it was like a 45-minute series win for Adrien Vincent, and it was some googly moogly. I'm not the stats guy, but I'm pretty sure it's the fastest best of 3 series win we've seen. Because it was like a 20-minute game and then like a 25 something minute game win. So it was like 45, 46 minutes. So it was pretty insane. You know, but one of the things on my bucket list is that they bring back the Winter Rift. You know, I feel like that would be so cool. You know, it's not much. You know, it's just like snow texture on like the trees and stuff. But some of the NPCs are wearing like little Christmas hats and stuff, and it's like it's nostalgic as fuck, is what it is. Honestly, it's like, but that was available in like the OG Rift. They haven't brought it back since they modified the Summoner's Rift map itself. They upgraded it from like they went from Mario 64 to Super Mario Galaxy, and they've never looked back. So I don't know if that's a thing that we'll ever get back, but it is something I do miss. I'm an old League of Legends player, for those of you that don't know. I've been playing since the beta, so yes. Some players in this league are like 20 years old. They were 4 when I started playing. Yeah. I do feel old. I can feel old because, you know, like I can feel my muscles and shit, and yeah, it's not always fun. But yeah, at about a minute before we get into the game, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it. It looks like Chiefs are leading with 67% of the votes. Much smaller poll this time because I kind of fucked up. Putting it up on time, but if we get to a game 3, don't worry. I'll make sure we get it. Alright, Booty Bunny jump scare coming in shortly. Let's pause that League of Legends music as we get into game number 2. Do we got some sexy skins? It's been a while since we've done skin roulette, but it's hard on my voice to do it at rapid fire paces. But we just look, we try and see if we see some cool skins. Barbarian Saya, Spirit Blossom Vayne, okay. High Noon Jin, alright. Some okay skins. Surprised that we don't see the new Aurora skin, but I mean, for most players don't use many skins. But as we load in, we see we have ourselves 4 teleports. We've got Lethal Tempo versus Fleet Footwork. We've got Double Grasp in the top lane, so it's truly going to be no interaction. But jungle-wise, we are seeing Scorch Claw Pup versus Gust Watcher Hatchling, so we are getting a little bit of variety in the spice of life. We got Double Airy and Heal versus Exhaust in the support position. And yeah, we get ready. Looks like we are doing a mid lane invade here from the side of... We're doing a mid lane invade here from the side of Nordians. And here they go. Are they going to be able to catch Poo-Poo off? And now Poo-Poo might be stuck a little bit. Flash for both Strikey and to Papa gets the ward down. So we're going to make sure we get some wards in the red side jungle from the side of Chiefs. And that is going to be first blood to Vex. Going to pick up a Sapphire Crystal and an extra pot. No extra potion. But good play here by... Good play by the Nordians. Poo-Poo's not going to really be set behind because he died very, very early. But that little bit of gold means that Vex needs to work a little bit less harder to be able to get to her lost chapter. Ooh, okay, Shank's going to land the first Allahu snack bar bomb. And Heavy going to tumble forward. I don't know how much aggression Heavy and Shanks are going to look to do in this lane. Because, I mean, It is a very boring style lane. But yeah, we're gonna see Worgen and Reg just farm, slap each other for a grass stack. Okay, the Soul Furnace giving Worgen a little bit of extra HP, but Malphite does damage because he has armor. And when you start W, you just kind of get a little bit more money out of the way. Okay, level 2 early here for the side of the Nordians. And the Warg's now going to expire in the blue side jungle for the Chiefs. So they will have seen that Tupapa has started on the top side, so he'll be bot side early. But a bit of a slower clear speed here for Pupu. And now Reg and Worgen, yep, just meat slappers. Honestly, I need to find a term, cause my camera, my league observer loves panning towards the top lane. You know, they absolutely love just showing me two tanks slapping each other with grass. Honestly, when I played a lot of top lane, that was my favorite meta. You know, I hated playing against ranged top laners. Oh, okay. A root onto heavy, and now a fourth shot in the back of his head. And yeah, Worgen a little bit worse for wear. And Reg managing his mana pretty well here. A little bit more CS here from the side of... Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Strikey might be in a bit of danger. Ooh. Okay. And Maverick Bob gonna take a good trade here onto Strikey. But Tupapa is here, so now Maverick Bob's got to be a little bit careful. But the Clay also, ooh, that's a double scuttle angle here. And now Reg able to just walk away, but Pupu is going to use him to get away from the possible Tupapa. Though Tupapa is coming in with an invade on the chickens because Pupu took the time to do that double scuttle. It's good on him. I mean, able to build back up a little bit of the gold loss, so it's going to have a bit of a tempo lead. However, he did lose a single cam, so... Ooh, okay. Alticore gonna get hit by Vayne, but now the bomb's going back and forth. And Worgen still hasn't recalled yet. The Mantra Q gonna come in, and Vayne getting a little bit low. But with the Zillion Bomb, she is rather safe.
1, 2.
And that is the pinnacle of the action we're seeing so far. The Bomby Cinder first pickup here for Worgen, teleporting back into the top lane. Has about a wave's lead worth on to Reg. Now Reg looking to manage a bit of a freeze, but it's a little bit hard to freeze as a tank versus a tank because, you know, the bombies, they do a lot of damage. They get a lot of stuff out of the way. Okay. And yep, that's the Soul Furnace and some HP traded for a grass proc. Oh, the level 6 here now. We're and Pupu is jumping onto jumping onto Alticore, but regretting it. And now Maverick Bob has the level 6, gonna proc the ultimate, and Strikey looking to get in. And Maverick Bob gonna have to get away with Flash, so will Shanks. But they do interrupt the dragon. So at least the dragon not going to be secured early here for the side of Nordians. And Maverick Pub just going to sneak in with the weirding and get a kill in. They're going to tie back up that gold lead. And look to push the wave in. No teleport on either mid laner. And a decent experience lead starting to build up here in the top lane for Worgen. He has hit the level 7. He has about a 2-wave lead. And now Reg, you know, it's just struggle busting. 100 gold behind, but leads add up. So we'll see if Worgen is able to maintain his. Okay, both of them are pretty low on mana, so, ooh, okay. Pupu gonna have his recall interrupted here by Strikey. He's gonna find him. And now we're rotating Shanks here into the mid lane. A lot of pings coming down. Ooh, okay. And the Deadly Flourish not gonna find its mark. Ooh, okay. Strikey gonna take a bit of damage. We're using the Scion ultimate to be able to get back to the lane. So this game has a little bit more early action than we had last game, but it still feels kind of slow, you know? But it's the first game of the season. We are on match point here, so the Chiefs have to be careful. Double bomb here onto Porte-Clés. Gotta be a little bit careful. The Deadly Flourish gonna go wide. And now, yeah, we are back to farming. We've got the grubs up, and both junglers are pathing towards them. Oh, maybe a play on the Maverick, but I mean, this Aurora is hard to gank. We're gonna use the Shadow Strike. And, ooh, Chupapa gonna be taken out by the Moonfall. And, ooh. Okay, it ends up being a 1-for-0. Chupapa greedily flashes under turret after the Between the Worlds. Oh, okay. Porte-Clés gonna be pushed away, so the root is not going to land. And Pupu should have priority to take these grubs here. I think Worgen is trying to look to get a bit of vision. But yeah, it's just gonna be top laners smacking their meats against each other. A 4th shot into heavy, but we're going collector first here on Jhin, so it's not necessarily the highest damage output. We're looking to get onto heavy. Ooh, a nice Mantra Q doing an insane amount of damage. And now we summon a Curtain Call. And, okay, Shank's gonna take about half his life total from that. But, there's no real threatening angle. And, Worgen wants a plate. He will not get one. But it is 2-0 in objectives. The Chiefs, the game's looking a lot closer for them this time around than it did last game. Though Heavy is starting to fall behind a little bit on CS, but it's expected early game. You know, Vayne isn't the best at farming. And Reg just wants to clear this wave. Worgen wants to proc that Soul Furnace. As much Nordians won game 1. We're on match point for Nordians. We are getting closer to finishing the I want to say the Malignants here for Aurora versus the Blackfire Torch. Worgen might be in a bit of danger. Health is getting a little bit low. Has the use of the ultimate, but I don't think Reg is going to commit the Unstoppable Force yet. And yeah, we're just going back to farming. We have a dragon in 40 seconds. It's a Chemtech dragon, so it's not going to be a Chemtech soul this game. It would be pretty nice, though. On this team, there's a decent amount of shields and an okay amount of healing. Sunfire and Leandri's picked up for both Pupu. And, okay, so triple completion item in the top side. Gonna use their laning leads a little bit. Shanks forced the flash here over the wall. Spotted out by Chupapa. And, yep, now we're back to clearing. We're looking to set a trap here for, Worgen though gonna be able to get at least 2 plates here in the top lane. So building up a little bit more of a lead here. We're looking to get onto Maverick Bob, but the stun, and now to Papa. Damn, just gonna get melted. And without their jungler, that means that there's no objective contest. However, here comes Worgen, gonna try ult to stop the wave. And now, just gonna continue the action. We are just gonna be able to take this dragon free of cost, and it's gonna be the feats of strengths. It's gonna be the feats of strengths done at 12 minutes. That's pretty early. Alticor now has to flash over the wall. The exhaust came out here from Shanks onto Alticor. And yeah, the Chiefs are looking pretty good. The Shadow Strike though here coming in from Nordians. And we're looking, the Zillion ult has been procced. And now Reg comes in with the teleport. And we get to finish it, but it's the final hour. Heavy is trying, but he's not going to be able to make his mark. And Strikey really putting in a good amount of work. Worgen gonna be able to get a 3rd plate here, but we got a demolish proc with grubs, so we're gonna be able to equalize the amount of grubs. And it looks like Strikey has been sent. Yeah, I don't know if they'll be able to kill this Scion. I really don't think so. Worgen has a shit ton of HP. Okay. Okay, Reg here forced the flash away, but did get a 3rd plate, so 3 plates mid for 3 plates top. However, those 3 plates top were solo plates. That does mean, in terms of funny money honeys, that Worgen comes out a little bit on top. Strikey though, Strikey and Tupapa making some money in these team fights. And we try to find a route here onto Heavy. It looks like we're not gonna find it. And Worgen has taken the first turrets top side. And that is gonna be the feats of strengths overall. They already had 3 objectives and the 3 kills. But that's a good sum of money into the Scion's pockets. He's gonna be a really good tank when it comes to the Jhin. But we'll have to see if Maverick Bob, Poo, and Heavy are able to get more stuff done. The Shadow Strike is coming in. And now Heavy here forced to run away. But that is the Vex ultimate that is gonna go down. Maverick Bob and Poo did rotate here for the crab, and more top lane slapping their meat. Oh yeah, baby, that's what we pay LCS finals tickets for. But we're going in, and Alticor here gonna be taken behind the shed and shot with a crossbow, Van Helsing style. We've got a lot of money now being tried to be invested here on this Vayne. So because it's honestly gonna be probably the only thing that can kill this Malphite. Though Malphite able to get the turret to about 50% with the demolish proc, even though they don't have grubs. Tupapa and crew really trying to get this Rift Herald so they can at least start conglomerating on some objectives. Now Strikey looking to take a team fight, but here we are. Here we are, just clearing the mid wave. Team fight over, scoreboard back up. I'm gonna try and be faster at lowering the scoreboard so we can see like the full screen for the action. Okay, Tupapa is gonna steal the chicken camp away, and now Alticor in a bit of danger here. And yeah, that's That's even without the ultimate, that's Vayne just winning the trade. Shanks here gonna look to find a pink ward. And maybe there's an angle for a fight. Strikey though gonna be taken to about 30%. Oh. And it's not gonna be enough damage here. But now we go back to farming. Nearing the second item here for the Diana. And looking at the money, we've got about another 1,500 to spend here on Aurora. So I assume we might be going for a cool... no, it is going to be Leandros. We do see tanks. We do need to see an option to try and melt. The teleport invested. The Rift Herald summon. Is it going to be enough? Alticore is driving the car. Does he have a driver's license? Yes, he does. And I don't think we're going to be able to get another crash in here. And that's a good amount of damage. The Cyclone here coming down. And that's the Jhin ultimate invested with the Zillion. But a really nice unstoppable force. And that's a double kill. Though Reg is just going to get taken by the turret. But I'd call that a teamfight win here for the Nordians. Plus, they get to stop the dragon stacking. It's another Ocean Soul. And overall now, this Vex is huge. And yeah, we're looking to get that Shadow Flame here on Vex. Get a bit more damage. And yeah. Nearing that Riftmaker here for Diana. Scion probably has the Unending Despair finish once he takes a recall. I think he's just clearing the Scuttle Crab. And it's gonna be... Ooh, nice. We're going in on Strikey, and he might be in a bit of trouble here. But Heavy is gonna be sped up by the Shurelya's and the Zillion. The Force flashed out. The Flash forced out of Tupapa, and it's gonna be a 1-for-0. The heist successful here for the Chiefs. Tupapa looking to get onto Maverick. There is no Cyclone. The deadly flourish is not gonna find its target, and Malphite is just gonna be able to get a top lane turret. Alticore unfortunately struggling to finish a minion as he is reloading. Okay. And Tupapa really looking for some aggressive plays. Gonna use the crushing blow here to get himself a petal. And now it's Reg versus Worgen fighting over some Krugs. And now we go back to meat smacking in the top lane. Tupapa gotta get slowed down by Zillion. Jesus Christ, that slow is so unhealthy. What the hell, bro? That was like 100 billion% slow. That is not fair. Okay, now at the 2-item mark here for we're gonna be at the 2-item mark for the top side of Nordians shortly. And we've got Arakan that has spawned in the bot lane. Last time it was a no contest fight because Nordians had won a 5-for-1 team fight before taking it. But this time the members are all up. Let's see here. Now Unending Despair now picked up for both tanks in the top lane. I think we're getting close to picking up that Leandries here for Maverick. And we're just clearing some vision. We're getting the petals, and we're looking to set up for this fight because it'll chain into what is likely another dragon fight. Tupapa maybe caught out, but it's Maverick Bob who has to jump away defensively. And now Heavy, Heavy doing so much damage to Alticore, and now we're playing dodge roulette. We're looking to get onto Heavy. The knockup, the Shadow Strike, just gonna miss out, but that's gonna be the Zillion revive. And Tupapa just gonna assassinate. Just gonna assassinate Heavy here.
Now that.
Now we have priority, but Maverick Bob is sneaking around, doing a decent amount of damage. That's a triple moonfall into the between worlds. We're getting it. That's a double kill for Shanks. Not the target you want the double kill on, but now Shanks is gonna get murdered by the monkey, and Morgan is looking to kill the AD carry. Maverick here, gonna be stuck between a rock and a hard place. We're trying to get on, but that's a double kill for Tupapa, and he's got the Thunder Sky, so it means he can heal up. He can be healthy. And now Morgan is really just trying to get onto Alticore, but we don't have any more CC. And now Morgan, with the unending prog, just gonna be able to walk away. But that was a trying fight here from the side of the Nordians. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be a 3-for-1. But Tupapa is getting pretty fed. He is putting his feet down when it comes to he only plays Ivern allegations. His Wukong has looked pretty clean. Now we're starting to work on the third item mark here for Strikey. And we have the Leandries now on both Diana and Aurora. So we're looking to melt this tank. Okay, the double bomb, tumble into the wall. We're looking to get in. And Alticore gonna get melted by Heavy and Poo-Poo. But now Tupapa might be dead here. We've got the damage here from Strikey, but Patekli is going to be taken out behind the shed, and that's going to be Ocean Soul Point. That's a 3-for-0 from the side of the Chiefs. And the game finally getting a little bit more contested as Morgan starts up the Otacon. That's going to be Ocean Soul Point. And now Ocean Soul Point and an Otacon. Things are looking good here for the Chiefs. But it's Shanks making these miracle engages, slowing down Patekli, meaning that Alticore gets chain tagged, gets killed early before the team fight even really starts. So the Jhin has not had any value this game. Now Spell Slinger Shoes, Armor Advance, Crimson Lucidity coming out. We even have the Verdant Barrier here on Shanks. He knows that he needs to survive to be able to use his ult on one of his key carries. The Seeker's Arm Guard finished up for Poo-Poo, and we're working towards a Thornmail. Worgen already almost looks unkillable, 0-0-1, and they've had a lot of trouble killing him because normally it's an 80 carry shot to kill a tank. Okay, we get the double bomb here, but now Shank's gonna be caught up, gonna be using that Zillion ultimate. But here we have to fight against Tupapa. It's a triple moonfall, and Tupapa in a bit of danger, gonna get taken down behind the shed. And now here comes the unstoppable forwards, and now Alticore gonna be slain. Heavy is unstoppable. Maverick Bob using the between worlds, and that's gonna be a 5-4. That's gonna be a 4-for-0. And that's Baron on the table from the side of the Chiefs. Heavy really putting in that work, surviving against the odds of a fed Wukong. And because he lived, he was able to just run everyone else down. Poo-Poo didn't even have to use his Zonias yet. So, well, Reg is gonna do what he can to hold the wave, but Shanks doesn't really present much of a damage threat, if anything. Alright. We now almost have the, what is that? That looks like the experimental hex plate here for Vayne. Gives Heavy movement speed and some good CDR on the skill. So she'll be able to use the final hour pretty often. We're looking to take this turret, and we're going to be able to get it, pushing the wave, the mid wave, getting the turret. And we have Soul Point, Soul in 2 minutes. And now we're looking forward. We're looking forward. Strikey gonna get the fear down onto Poo-Poo. Give me a second. Let me just check my Discord notifications. I got tagged by something. Ah, okay. It was just Ghost Nation answering to the ghosting allegations because I had sent him a message and he had left me on red. So I was just wondering if he had seen my message, XD. But here we go. Team fight. We're sieging this bot. Inner, and Strikey is trying to defend, but Baroned up minions against a mage. Well, let's just say the mage doesn't clear them very fast. Heavy also getting close to that. Heavy getting close to that experimental hexblade. Thornmail picked up here for Malphite, and yeah, everyone on Nordians seems to be struggling to clear these minions. Yeah, Worgen didn't even lose HP. I mean, Altukor took more damage. Ooh, okay, Shanks might be in a bit of trouble. The Between Worlds here gonna come in, but Maverick gets assassinated, and Heavy has the Shanks ultimate, and he's trying. Now they gotta peel, they gotta build up space, and they're fighting in the middle of a Jhin ultimate, so it doesn't look fantastic. Yeah, unfortunately, okay, Baltically is gonna get taken down by Shanks, but I don't think Worgen's gonna. Ooh, okay. Okay, well, Worgen is literally just unkillable at this point in the game. Is 1-0-2, 3.5 items. And Baron has worn off. Poo unable to use the Seekers. Here we see Maverick Bob picking up his own Seekers because he died so fast. It was a really nice engage, but there was no Poo for the follow-up. And yeah, we have that death cap now on Strikey. Black Cleaver now to the Wukong. Gotta find ways to get through this Scion's massive armor shield. And we're clearing out. Vision looking to stop the soul stacking once again. Maverick Bob is getting into flanking position. It's going to be a double bomb onto Papa. We've got the teleport from Worgen. Oh, here Pupu might be cut out. Forced to use gets the ultimate here from Zillion, and the revive is enough, and now to Papa, not going to be able to close any kills. That's a double kill for both Havoc and for both Pupu and Tubaba really trying to get onto Maverick Bob, and not gonna be able to. That's an H triple kill here for Pupu. That's gonna be the Ocean Soul. We might be looking at a game number 3. Worgen even here in the mid lane, making sure we get that mid inner turret, and things are just looking grim here for the side of Nordians. Unfortunately, Altikor just doesn't do any damage, and because he doesn't do any damage, well, yeah, that's the problem with Jhin. It's very often an AD carry that just doesn't do anything, because he's not a hyper carry. He's got 4 bullets. He's often caught recharging, and right now he's at 2 items while everyone else is on 3-ish. Well, that's gonna be 2 inhibs taken. And 2 inhib turrets. So Goldie now 8,000 in the favor of the Chiefs. They're really looking to push us to match the match point instead of to silver scrapes instead of getting 2-0'd here by the Nordians. So the Nordians still have I mean, a little bit of copium, but the next engage they take really has to be clean. You gotta sync up Reg and Tupapa. You really gotta find Pupu and or Maverick Bob, and then be able to get onto Heavy, because the longer Heavy lives, the more damage comes out. He's at 3.5 items. We'll have the Wit Sense soon, and he's very tanky. Also, this Zillion is so fed. He's got the Zillion has as much money as Altacore. He's almost on 4 items. That's crazy. That's crazy. The support should not be almost double item gapping the enemy 80 carry. And here to Papa, I take a bit of damage. But here comes the current call. We're gonna try to get in. And yeah, that's the current call invested for pretty much nothing. But you saw how little damage it was doing. Worgen also just gonna get another turret for free. That's a double bomb. And now Botteclé might be in a bit of danger. Zill is such... I mean, I guess he's just bombing people, bro. It's part of his culture, you know. Can you really blame him, you know? And Worgen might be in trouble for the first time this game. It's 4 people on him, but Botteclé gets sent to the gulag. And Worgen is like, is that all you can muster, Saruman? And now Altacore forced to flash away. Reg might be in trouble here. The Malphite ultimate's still available. But we're going to ult into nothing. And Worgen is just gonna be like, let's go, baby! Match point! I don't care, I'm the Scion player. And there's a Nexus turret that was already taken. And that means, yeah, we're just gonna hit the Nexus. It doesn't matter. The Monkey King can live if he wants to. But that's gonna be our road to Silver Scrapes, baby. A fantastic game by the Chiefs here. What looked a little bit grim. They really, really used their hands to do the hashtag outplay. It won't be too long. Switch back to the super webcam as we get into game number 3. Sorry, I gotta get the Guile theme playing real quick. This is our version of Silver Scrapes. There we go. So it's got to be Nordians on red here for game number 3. And let me get a poll going. Start a poll. Here we go. Had a poll in the chat for you guys. Do 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 do. Just waiting for the invite to the lobby. And now we'll get it going. I have a poll in the chat for anyone interested for game number 3. And now we saw the Chiefs be able to clap back. Ooh. It looks like High 7 were able to dominate Blossom in this week's match. So welcome. If you are from any of the other games, we are currently getting ready for game number 3 between the Chiefs and Nordians. Nordians took game 1. The Chiefs came back clapping hard in game 2. And now we're getting that Silver Scrapes lobby, baby. Because you know how it is. It's always some goated tier action. on the Fallen Sanctum stream, baby. I'm guessing the lobby is not up. If not, I'd have an invite. Plus, I also I have the draft link open, so if they do start the draft, I'll see exactly what's going on. You know. Actually, we can just change to the draft perspective while we wait. I didn't have any notifications on. I didn't have any notifications on Twitter. Fun fact, I do not have Twitter on my phone. So whenever I want to check Twitter, it's through my computer. Oh? A preview of Heroes. Okay. One day we'll get a lobby. I probably have to use the washroom during champ select, like while we wait on the spectator delay, but I could probably hold it until then. Da 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 Just ask Papa if the lobby's up. So I'm not even sure. There you go. No worries. Here we are, starting the, give me a second, let me just go back to the champ select music. Okay, so Lilia banned, Valkos banned, Jarvan banned, so continuing the hate on the Tupapa champion pool. Nordians continuing to try to ban out the Maverick Bob, but some pretty good between worlds. The combos he was able to pair up with Poo were pretty nice. I liked it. It was definitely a communication upgrade from game 1 to game 2. It felt like they were more in sync and the plays looked cleaner. Now, what are the Chiefs going to ban here in their third ban? Normally, the third ban for Nordians is going to be Viego, if they keep that consistent. Reg, going to be kept off the Yorick. So they want to make sure that as a champion, he does not have access to the Malphite. It looked okay, but, I mean, the Scion was... I mean, he picked Malphite into Scion. Yeah, the Scion's just going to laugh. Even if you build an advantage, the Scion is just there to farm, and yeah, I saw Stardust. I said it on stream. I said that Blossom got dominated. Jesus. Alright, well, I mean, that's what we call bootleg internet. Unfortunate. Oh well. Not my problem. The Chiefs have taken away DDoS Anvil in free win. Wow. Can't Vince with the allegations just coming out, you know, he's putting the knife in the back, you know, at the crime scene. He's like, I'm the serial killer. The Chiefs gonna take away Strikey's Syndra, and Nordians gonna lock in the Kai'Sa here for Alticor. Yeah, You gotta do what you gotta do. You know, wins are wins. They matter more than losses. And it looks like Strikey here gonna pick up the Akali in answer to Lane versus the Maverick Boobs. And fair, fair. We get it. We get it. Now, we have a pretty aggressive dive style here from the side of Nordians already. Heavy just going to pick up the Kog'Maw, you know, looking to get that late game insurance, able to build multiple defensive items after you build 2 attack speed items, and then you're kind of free with the Braum. Insane amounts of crowd control and peel available for the bot lane here, the Chiefs. And yeah, Shanks having a bit of an MVP performance these games, last game especially, you know. So if you guys missed out on that Zillion game, you're definitely gonna want to check out game number 2 because Jesus, that Zillion was setting up the plays. I can understand why it's banned out against him. All right, but the clear here, gonna pick up the Rakan, gonna go back on a bit of engage. You know, I didn't really like the karma out of him. I mean, the laning phase was like okay, but karma's just such a honsh me style champ. You can play it when your brain's taken out of your head, so might as well just play champs that require real skill, you know. I feel like maybe they could have done a bit better, but I mean the bot lane from Nordians in game 2 was a disaster waiting to happen. Shin Karma pick something less born. Honestly, any other duo is better than Shin Karma, because Worgen was literally unkillable. The Viego ban away here from Master Pupu. We're gonna take Camille away from Reg. Let's see what the final ban is here from the side of Nordians. What does Tupapa have in store for us? As he tried with the Wukong, but it wasn't enough. Unfortunately, too many of his laners were too far behind. And Wukong can't 1v9 games, unfortunately. There goes, the clock is ticking. Nordians, what are you banning? It's gonna be... question mark? It's asking for the last ban. The Ambassador going to be taken away here from Reg. Oh. Okay. Well. Alright, the Mundo locked in here for Reg. Now, we've got a strong tank here with some good engage here from the side of Nordians, but, you know, if we're not able to get to this Kog'Maw, we've already seen what Kog'Maw does to front lines. And Heavy has been playing out of his mind this series. Ooh, it's gonna be Poo-Poo playing the Kayn here in the jungle. Alright. Alright, we're really spicing things up. I assume it's gonna be Red Kayn. You kind of need to be able to brawl against the Mundo and the Akali, because if you pick Blue Kayn and just get one shot, I think it's just over. Let's see here what Chiefs have for their top lane pick. Unless this is top lane Kayn, but I don't think top lane Kayn is really much of a thing. Let's see here. What? Ornn. Okay. There's Ornn locked in versus the Mundo. I mean, does that mean Mundo just has kind of a free laning phase? Because, I don't know. Unless they're planning to cap the shit out of this Mundo and really, really try to force their hand. Nordians here now. Ooh. Oh, is it Mundo Jungle? Is this Tupapa on Mundo Jungle? Okay, I mean, I can see it. I mean, pretty good clear. I mean, I think the Mundo jungle angle makes a bit more sense. A little bit easier to gank the likes of Kog'Maw. You land a cleaver and then you kind of just go to town. Plus, you have the Rakan for the knockup. So you got some good follow up. You know, not gonna lie, I'm kind of before full builds. I'm liking the Nordian draft more. Once Kog'Maw hits max potential, I like the Kog'Maw team more because this if Kog'Maw lives, everyone dies. No matter how fed you are, if Kog'Maw does not die, the entire team gets decimated. And we've seen a bunch of quality Kog'Maw games in the past 2 weeks here on the Fallen Sanctum YouTube channel. So as a reminder, if you like what you are watching and you like these streams, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Ring that notification bell. And if you got that Jeff Bezos money for $2.99 a month, you can join the Sanctum family. Helps me help you guys out. So anyways, as we get ready to get into the champ select, make sure you got yourself a snack and you got yourself a drink, because the last game 2 was a lot bloodier than game 1. And now I feel like this game is gonna be very, very bloody. I'm just waiting on the players to place themselves. So here goes. Alright, we've got the ready check out of, there we go. The ready check from all 3 sides. Getting ready to get into the game. I'm going to switch to perspective over, give me a second. I'll do this, that, this. Alright, let's see. Ooh, 100% of the votes favoring the Chiefs here. So we'll see if Nordians are able to pull up that upset win, or if Chiefs are going to complete the reverse sweep. Anyways, I'll be right back shortly. Just going to head to the washroom. See you guys in a few minutes. Yeah, K-Zab, it's Quantum Esports. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's bomba. There we go. Whew. I made it back. I made it back. Well, all right, here we go. Getting ready to get into game number 5. Sorry, I was just scrolling on Twitter while waiting because came back a little bit early. But yeah, no, looking forward to seeing will Heavy outscale the run it down composition from the side of the Chiefs, or will Chiefs be able to secure that reverse sweep in their first series against Nordians? Oof. Damn. Every time I see that cake, bro, I'm like, take me to the bakery, bro. I need some stuffing. Here we go. And, we got the pug musket. So, it's going to be a cute dog versus 5 Wassasins. There you go. It's 4 teleports, 2 barriers, double E for tempo, ignite versus exhaust, the double guardian, cog versus grasp, and surprisingly, Tubaba taking fleet footwork on the Mundo. So, here we go, getting into game number 3. We also have Scorch Lop up versus Ghost Watcher Hatchling. Maverick Bob might get in a bit of trouble here. Okay, looks like we're not going to commit. I think things could have been a little bit more dangerous if we committed the ignite, but I think that would have been a few extra flashes. And, you know, this is game 3. So you got to be careful. Here's a Dorn Shield start. Oh, okay. Shanks looking to defend. He wants to defend.
Minions have spawned.
And they are going to get the ward down. Oh, Worgen might be in a bit of trouble here. Okay, Worgen going to be starting the lane at about 50% health. But we're getting close to... Tubaba going to be a little bit late to his camp, but both junglers are starting at the McDonald's. They filled out their job applications. They're going to be making some junior chickens. And they're both trying to get that extra lettuce, because, you know, vegetables are important in life. Yeah, Maverick Bob going to try and farm as much first strike gold as he can. Worgen not going to have too much fun in this lane, because the second the Rylai's is done, you're basically perma-slowed. You're forced to use your E to try and get out. And yeah, right now it's a farm festival. Reg is doing his best to freeze off as much minions as he can. Ooh. And Maverick Bob gonna get chunked out by that Akali passive. Slight CS lead here over to Strikey. Surprisingly, when you have no mana, it's really easy to farm. And it's kind of funny that it's, you know, energy used to be reserved to ninjas and Lee Sin. Oh, okay. Nice push away. Maverick Bob gonna farm 13 gold of that mana, so he's really trying. Okay. And Heavy looking to build up a little bit of a CS lead. Just a little one. Kog'Maw really gets online once he hits that 2.5, 3 item mark, like most AD carries. But you know, at that mark, he starts like 4-shotting tanks. Okay, Maverick Bob might be in a bit of danger. Ooh, the Shuriken backflip dodged by a very clean flash to the side. It was like, ooh, okay, Worgen looking to take a trade, but the Malady of Metal, Reg is looking to unleash his inner Iron Maiden. Ooh, no, the Blazing Charge gets interrupted. And Reg is going to take a turret shot in exchange. But Worgen is going to lose that CS. And now down a wave plus, forced to take a recall. Normally you can build items in lane here with the Ornn. But, ooh, okay. Heavy going to dodge the Grand Entrance. And you see here when Kog'Maw's eyes are glowing, that's the run the fuck away button. You triggered the Super Chihuahua of Doom alert. And if you don't, well, he's gonna send you Al Snackda, bro. HE double hockey sticks is where you're going if you don't dodge this evil puppy of Doom. When he's got his glowing eyes. Turns into Anubis. Oh, now we got our first recalls. It's gonna be Darkseal and Amptome versus Half a Lost Chapter. And 80 carries have not yet looking to take a recall. Now Heavy, pretty healthy. Still has potions. Cookie's still available here for Alticor. And Portaclay here, gonna try and get a good Grand Entrance. But it's a little hard to kill this Kog'Maw. The Unbreakable makes it really hard for Kai'Sa to get auto attacks onto the Kog'Maw when Braum is around. Oh, Maverick Bob here. Looking to get away from the Akali. Remember, he has no flash for the next 2-ish minutes. So there could be some danger. But that would require Tupapa coming to gank. And now it looks like Pupu here wants to get a gank in. And Alticor permanently gonna be at least a wave behind from this early game CSing. So Heavy gonna be pretty content with that. Managing to make a decent amount of gold, and it will mean that he hits the level 6 earlier. Okay, are we waiting for the call of the Forge God? We are getting tinier. Worgen is in trouble, and that's first blood going over to Reg. Unfortunately, Worgen waiting a little while before trying to flash. Taking one too many death grasps to the face. That's the pullback. The obliterate is the Q, and then I don't know what the W is called, but I just call it, the passive is called the Malady of Metal, and that is such a cool name, to be fair. Old Mordekaiser, the old man, he used to put like a giant ass DOT that lasts like what felt like 50 years on you, and if you die, you literally become a slave. Fun League of Legends lore for you guys. Okay. We are nearing the Riftmaker first for Mordekaiser. Okay, interesting choice of item. I got a sword that you normally track all the Anjus. Tubaba here, clearing out the dragon because he has priority. Well, had priority bot lane, but has priority mid lane. And looking at the money, it's
clumsy girl.
okay, looking for maybe a bit of a fight. Oh, okay, Reg and Worgen. Yeah, Worgen already starting to lose these trades pretty badly. Here comes Pupu. Oh! And that's a double kill for Mordekaiser. I thought it was going to be like they were going to leave it alone, but then he went in and yeah, he just kind of went to town. Oh yeah, this Mordekaiser's fat, bro. It's about 1,500 gold. Probably going to get a Demolish proc if he has one, but just going to crash a big wave in. There's no TP for Worgen. Up 2 levels now. And I think that's definitely that's the Rift Maker. Jeez, okay. So yeah, Reg looking good here for this game 3. And now to Papa up a decent amount of CS, but they're clearly looking for the possibility of a gank. And yeah, with this big Mordekaiser, I don't. Oh, heavy. Gonna try. He's gonna try things. Just try to push Kaisa off. And Altikor though Reg is up a decent amount. Altikor is pretty behind compared to Kog'Maw. He's down almost 20 plus CS. He's down in XP, and that's gonna be second objective of the game here. And now Altikor might have to. Oh, okay. That's a nice flash. Did not have any plasma stacks. Ooh, wow. Okay, the Void Ooze plus the Living Artillery was enough to just confirm a kill. And Strikey gonna decide against taking the trade. But this Kog'Maw already starting to become a problem for this bot lane. And that's gonna be a plate here for Heavy. And Tupapa looking to make his way in the bot lane. Okay, Worgen gonna be able to finally dodge a Death Grasp. First one that he's dodged this game, but yeah, this matchup is not looking fun. There is no Demolish here, so the Reg is just gonna take a free turret plate and then walk away. I put some vision down in the river, and now they are looking to possibly fight for this upcoming dragon in 2 minutes, but it'll be a while before something comes up. Maybe trying to catch Shanks with his pants down, because Tupapa is not currently on vision right now. Ooh, okay, if Pupu is gonna find Strikey. But, I mean, Akali is very, very nimble, so you can easily get away from any troubling altercations. But yeah, once that Blade of the Road King gets done here for Heavy, things are gonna be a little scary. The Heartsteel already finished here for Tupapa. Gonna have a little bit less. Oh, okay. The perfect execution into the 5-point strike, and now we're trying. And Strikey might be in a bit of trouble. And Pupu is gonna be able to just run like the wind, get away. Has a lot of stacks, and Kali is a melee champion, so it looks like we are trying to go towards the Ross here for the Kayn transformation. And now we're gonna dodge a Winter's Bite from Shanks. And yeah, that is Voltaic's Cyclo Sword finished here for Cyclo Sword finished here for Kayn. I don't think it announces what transformation he takes in the chat. No, we'll just have to see when we see him. If we see a guy with giant ass horns or a giant ass helmet, that's Rust. If we see a guy that's just like a skinny Nocturne, that's gonna be Shadow Assassin. I say skinny Nocturne because he's like just covered in like, I don't know, like black fog. That's why I say skinny Nocturne. Because it's actually Nocturne but skinny. Twink Nocturne? Hey yo. Yeah, we're going towards that we're going towards that Leandri's now, and yeah, that's Feats of Warfare claimed for the side of Nordians, and yeah, Worgen starting to suffer. A level down, 3 waves down, And yeah, once that Leandris comes through, well, you won't even really be able to take trades. Honestly, Reg doesn't even have to push the wave. He can just last hit like forever if he really felt like it. And we're going to be clearing out ward. The plating has fallen here. We have not done a very good job breaking turrets this game. So it's not going to... Oh, okay, Maverick Bob with the flash has the BFT. Follows through to kill off Strikey here. So Strikey off to a little bit of a rough start. And they're really trying to get onto this Kog'Maw. Because they understand that even if you have a super fed Mordekaiser, if Kog'Maw's on even par with the Mordekaiser, well, Kog'Maw wins. Because Kog'Maw just presses W and then Mordekaiser's HP disappears. It doesn't matter how ahead you are. Kog'Maw just does so much damage to tanks. Or, he does a lot of damage to tanks, so just imagine if you don't have any resistances, what he's going to do to you. Because it's a percentage of your HP every slap while the W is active, by the way. Add in the Blade of the Ruined King extra damage, and then all the extra on-hit damage from like the Witsend, the Runans, and stuff like that. And things just really add up. And then the Ginsu's proccing like the on-hit or whatever twice every 3 attacks or whatever. So it's just a little bit nasty here. We got a little bit of supportive combat over a ward. And, ooh, okay. This will be a little stun here. You see what Shanks decides to opt for as his support item of choice. My guess is going to be Souls to Slay. As we're just looking to keep the Kog'Maw as safe as possible. Would go Dreammaker, but Dreammaker only applies when you can heal or shield your ally. And, well, Braum can't do that. And no, items do not count towards that count. So, yeah, Reg now just, he's beating his meat on the turret. Like a proper top laner should, it's November, it's December, aka Destroy Dick December, and he's just having fun. Here we go. We're looking to get in the flash here from Baltaclear. We have to get in on heavy, but he does so much damage. But Alticor is gonna be able to survive, and Tupapa assassinates him. And that's a double kill for Tupapa. This Mundo looking great here. Strikey looking to make a roam into the bot lane. Realizes that, we're gonna need a Leandris to win this game. Because, I mean, you see Mundo. No Leandris for Mordekaiser. So that is just Bloodletter's Curse Riftmaker. Maybe third item Leandris? I don't know, because at this point, the Leandris is starting to lose a little bit of value. Because, I mean, sure, there's a Braum and an Ornn. But if you would have built it, you would have built it earlier, no? I guess it was to be able to get turret pressure without drawing turret aggro. If I had to guess. A teleport invested here by Strikey, getting back to the mid lane, has the Storm Surge. Now, the Kraken has been finished for Kai'Sa. And then we're able to kill off the Kog'Maw. But the thing is, if you look at the money, there's still 600 gold diff. That's from the 30 CS difference that these mid lane, these 80 carries have. We're not going to look at the top lane gold diff because, well, I mean, it's Ornn into Mordekaiser. It's a tank into Mordekaiser. So, yeah, now Heavy even blocking the CS from being taken by the Kai'Sa Ws. No Void Seekers here. And yeah, Maverick Bob just having fun clearing the waves and stuff. It is Rost indeed, so you do go a bit of like the armor pen. Just so that way your passive has much more effective champion healing. Shanks trying to get the Winter's Bite proc onto Baltaclear, but a nice battle dance by Baltaclear to get away from Poo-Poo and Shanks. And now we're just going back to farming. I mean, we've got the Mountain Dragon in 10 seconds, but no one really has priority for it. And Strikey might be in a bit of danger. The first strike proc. Here comes the Shuriken backflip. And now Zap might be in a bit of danger. I mean, Tupapa really hurts. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean that alone should get priority for the dragon, because I mean Tupapa Tupapa's trying to get stuff done, and he just wants his hard steals. Ooh, but a nice kill here. Ooh. Ooh, and Strikey is gonna. Ooh, Strikey's gonna live with the flash, but here comes Poo Poo looking to get him, and it's Shanks. Shanks takes the kill. Door to the face. And now Heavy might be in a bit of trouble. The Chiefs are gonna lose their 80 carry after winning a team fight, but here comes Worgen. Here comes Reg. It's big boy time. Can we get onto these 80 carries? And that's going to be a double kill here for Kyson. Double Clear might be in a bit of danger here, but Reg looking to lock up the team fight. Takes Braum to the sex dungeon and is going to be able to make him his bitch at the end of the day. And yeah, this Mordekaiser is not going Leandros. So guys, if you thought he did damage, just wait till he finishes Leandros. Kog'Maw getting close to that 2-item mark, but Heavy getting caught with his pants down here in game number 3. Not looking too good here for the side of the Chiefs. But that was a really nice kill on Tupapa, who's now working towards his... ooh, okay. Okay, now Reg has to run for the hills as Heavy is on his way. But that might be Mountain Soul Point here for the Nordians. And Poo Poo's gotta get into the pit to stop this. And he's not gonna be able to stop him. Maverick Bob with another assassination attempt, but now Poo Poo here trying to get in. A nice force of will here. Poteclear gonna be sent away, and that's Heavy getting some damage down. Tupapa forced the flash here. And Alticor was nowhere nearby, but Alticor has to, you know, he's got to do a U-turn right there. That's going to be the turret here for Heavy. And Chiefs, even though they lose that objective, they win the team fight. And it just looks very clean. If Heavy is not the focal target in these assassination attempts... Oh. Ooh, Tupapa might be in a bit of danger. Doesn't have the flash. The maximum dosage coming down, but Maverick Bob does enough damage as is. And that's going to be the Otacon here for the Chiefs. And you see that the Masterwork items are already coming down. Kog'Maw does so much damage to this damn objective when his eyes are glowing. We're summoning the Rift Herald. And we're going to try and get a little bit of advantage in the mid lane. Get that turret. And that's going to be the mid turret traded for Otacon here. But overall, at the end of the day, I think that's a fantastic trade here for the Chiefs. It gives them a bit of catch-up experience. And it allows Worgen, who's a decent bit behind, to get a bit more money that he kind of needed, you know? Because the whole point with Ornn is you got to get these extra levels. Once you're at the 13 mark, you got to get those extra levels to be able to get those upgrades for your teammates. Because every upgrade gives you 4% armor, health, and magic resist. And that's... It's like you start at 10 and you get 4% extra for every masterwork item you build. It's a total of 20% extra. So you can have 30% extra armor, health, and magic resist. That's kind of nice. I don't know. I like it. Here, Strikey might get cut out once again. And yeah, that's Maverick Bob making 40 bucks off landing a skill shot. And yeah, we have a 3,000 gold lead in this mid lane. Strikey not having a fantastic game 3. He was able to hold up his own against Maverick Bob in game 1 and 2. But this Akali pick into the Syndra, you know, has been... there's been a lot of jungle attention here. So Strikey has not had much solo time. And once the Syndra had a gold lead, well, that was just it, you know? We now have the Black Cleaver and the Ginsu's finish. Shanks also, Maverick also going to be able to take another turret. So just increasing that gold lead, probably even has that Void Staff ready. just to be able to deal as much damage as possible. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a the Rabadon's Death Cap coming in 4th. Worgen trying to get a little bit of turret pressure. And here comes Poo trying to find Alticore. And Reg is going to push Worgen off the turret, so the turret's not going to go down just yet. Only a 2k gold lead so far for the Chiefs. But if this Kog'Maw does not die, things get really grim really fast. People really just looking for angles to find Alticore. Not the richest AD carry, but is at the 2 item mark. But the Klee here, getting chunked, forced to use the Battle Dance away. And now we've got a Mountain Soul fight here. Mountain Soul for Nordians would be pretty big, but if the Chiefs start stacking Mountain Dragons, that could be devastating. His Kog'Maw is going to start building defensive items after his 3rd item. So, a Jack Show Kog'Maw with a Wit's End and 4 Mountain Dragons, that's like heaven on earth. And like a Terminus. I don't think he needs Rapid Fire. Sorry, not Rapid Fire, but Runans this game. I think Terminus is more than enough. Gets him the penetration he needs. And now Tupapa getting chunked down. Already down to 60%. The Locket... the Guardian gets activated here from the side of Rakan. And now Reg is looking to put a little bit of his gold lead to good use. And now Reg is out of the fight, very low already. They're trying to get in on Heavy, but Strikey cannot find him. Alticore does find the Kog'Maw, but there's no one... okay, well, never mind. The Chiefs just get a clean team fight win. That ult from the start of... Oof! Alticore with the hand stiff on Maverick Bob. 1,000 gold shutdown. But yeah, no, Tupapa, very squishy. Mordekaiser, you saw, no magic resist. Kind of gets one shot. Gets taken from like 70% to 10% off just a Syndra combo. And that's bad news. But I mean, the Syndra is insanely fed. Strikey tried to find Heavy in the team fight, but... he didn't have enough damage to get the work done, so Alticore had to expend the ultimate to assassinate the Kog'Maw. But good job on Alticore, being able to find the targets needed in that team fight. However, you know, that just meant that there was no one really threatening Maverick Bob, and Maverick Bob was able to just clean up. Also, Poo here on this Kayn, looking kind of nasty. And you can't disrespect the amount of damage that Kayn does, because it's still a decent amount. But the Klee now here, stunned up, fucked up here, forced the Battle Dance, Grand Entrance over the wall, and the Living Artillery not going to find the intended target. But that is the Rakan forced to take a recall here. And now the second Masterwork item is the BFT. Looking forward to seeing what the next item is going to be. Maybe we're waiting to upgrade the Terminus. But let's see here. No, it's probably just going to be the Blade of the Ruin King if I had to guess. Yep, it's the upgraded Blade of the Ruin King. Now we have 3 Masterwork items, 2 left, 2 handout, 1 for Poo, 1 for Shanks. And honestly, this Braum has had some pretty good Winter's Bite targets for team fights, helping Maverick Bob stay alive in team fights. Heavy's kind of been isolated in these extended team fights. So there are a lot of assassins here, and they all want to kill the Kog'Maw. And I understand that if they don't, it's just the end of the game. They don't have to start the Baron. They already stopped the Dragon stacking. Honestly, as long as you stop Nordians from getting the Mountain Soul, then you're giving yourself a pretty big advantage stats wise. Tupapa here gonna claim the blue buff here for the team. Spirit Visage gonna be finished for Poo, realizing that, well, there's a lot of magic damage on the enemy team, so I don't think there's a need to build much armor. I mean, everyone's pretty much a magic damage dealer, besides Mundo, who's almost purely physical. Tupapa gonna look to maybe try and steal, but the Infected Cleaver has missed, so Probably just gonna look to clear out some vision. Here comes Worgen. And a hard steel stack to boot. But now Worgen might be in a little bit of danger here. And that's Worgen gonna be dying early. And Heavy does a lot of damage. Ooh, wow. A nice wombo here. And now Heavy is just looking for his Quadra. But it's gonna be a double on Heavy and a double on Poo-Poo. Things are looking fantastic. And like I said, this Kog'Maw is fed. He does what he needs to do. There's a lot of money here on Reg. But if Reg isn't able to like just one-shot the Kog'Maw, the rest of his team just dies. So, Poo-Poo has 2 damage items. If you have armor, it's non-existent because of the Cyclo Sword and the Black Cleaver. And is a very, very nimble champion. Yeah, Worgen goes down, but Worgen's the bait. If you use a lot of cooldowns on Worgen, then it means you don't have a lot of cooldowns to deal with Poo-Poo, Maverick Bob, or Heavy. So that's going to be the terminus. Now we're going towards the Jack Show here for the Kog'Maw. Like I told you, 2 real items into like 3 defensive style items. Terminus, I consider it a defensive on-hit item because it gives armor and magic resist per attack or whatever. So now you're getting a Jack Show, and then after that you get a Wit's End, and you're basically going to be immune to the toxicity that is the team comp from Nordians. And yeah, the scores kind of reflect the mood. You know, now we have the terminus here on the Kaisa. I think we're going for like a Guardian Angel because, you know, we need that bonus life to be able to fight this Kog'Maw that does so much damage. We've got Mountain Soul here in 2 seconds, but it's gonna be, you blink and you'll miss it. It's gonna be taken by Heavy and Poo-Poo. So that's the second Mountain Dragon here for the side of the Chiefs. Okay, we're gonna do the Call of the Forge God just to, I don't know, try and clear the minion wave. And I mean, it's successful, but now we're trying to get onto Worgen. But it's a base race at this point, so if Worgen can just cancel recalls, shit's free. Strikey's gonna try and do a bit of damage, but okay. I mean, all Worgen has to do is run interference. Though he might die in the process, but that's going to be an inhib traded for half of an inner turret. I think that's a worth trade at the end of the day. The gold lead keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. And the Chiefs have not let go of the gas. They won a team fight at the start of the mid game, and then it kind of just looked clean since, you know. It's gonna be a Bloodthirster here for Kaisa as her fourth item. It's a little bit ahead here of Heavy, but I mean Heavy's basically full. He has his full damage build, and now he's just looking to build defensive components. Because that's the fun thing with on-hit carries. Oh, wow, okay. Altacore gonna be saved by Reg, who takes Maverick Bob to the Shadow Realm. And now, can we get on this Kog'Maw? We're trying to. It's Gangbang City, and Altacore is gonna be able to get onto Shanks. And Altacore surviving, but it's Altacore and Poo-Poo. It's Altacore and Strikey versus Poo-Poo and Worgen. And even from the grave, Heavy is able to get a triple kill. And that's the Jack Show finished. Now the Masterwork Black Cleaver already finished as well. And that's going to be another inhib turret taken. But I think, yeah, Poo-Poo might just die. 1,000 gold shutdown. And ooh, okay. Ryla is also finished here for Reg. He has upgraded to the Chainlace Thrashers, so they really do understand the mission critical. You get rid of this Syndra, and then you all-in super dive the Kog'Maw, and you pray. And if you pray good enough, well, things happen. And now we have the BT here on the Kai'Sa. Now we're going for a GA, so she's only going 4 damage items or 3 damage items plus Terminus GA. So, but Kai'Sa does the majority of her damage comes from her rotating her passive throughout multiple spells and auto attacks. So it's fine to go a little bit less of a damage heavy build, and there's no AP from the Kai'Sa this game. So because they have the Mordekaiser and the Akali. The Banshee's Veil, 3rd item here on Strikey. I'm not too sure about that. It's not going to be the most damage dealing build, but I guess he's just trying to survive the one shot that is being threatened on him. Oh, that was a failed public execution over the wall, and now Heavy is just gonna show up, burn the cooldown, but now Pupu might be in a bit of danger. Here comes the call of the Forge God. We're looking to continue the team fight. Altakor getting knocked up with Botekli, but now you gotta run for the hills if you're the Nordians. Gotta make sure you don't get caught out. And it's a 4v5 right now, but Heavy does so much damage. Now we're looking for a pick. The death cap here from Maverick Bob. The Strikey is up in 25 seconds. Does have the teleport. We will Baron and Dragon will spawn at the same time, but the more these dragons go over, the harder it is for Nordians to close out the game. And now we got the death cap on the Syndra. We're 3 item on Ornn, 5 Masterworks finished. And we're just looking for a clean closeout. I don't think you can risk giving up Mountain Soul. I think you take the dragon away and then you rush the Baron, because the side of Nordians don't really have the fastest Baron clear anyways. So you can afford to give them 10 seconds on it. The Baron's still gonna be around. And that's gonna be triple Mountain Dragon stacked here. We might be going to 7 dragons this game. Let's see if the Chiefs want to play for the second Baron, or it looks like they might just siege here for the win. I mean, they're really, really strong. They could Baron if they want to. It's up to them. It looks like they are going to opt to get that Baron. Well, they're just chilling. They're walking. They're making up their mind. I don't know. No. We see the mid lane wave. We need to go back. Oh, Tupaba maybe gets caught, but he's got the pill. If anything, Pupu is looking for a play. The Call of the Forge God is coming in, and now Pupu's half-life. It's a fight on 2 fronts. Altakor is able to get away from Maverick Bob, and once again, we just go back to Baron dancing. Ooh, those Infected Cleavers do a decent amount of damage. But now Worgen gonna be caught with his pants down. Takes a little bit of damage. The passive is cancelled. But the Syndra does a decent amount of damage with that Force of Will. So do have to be a little bit careful. I don't know if they're trying to wait for the next item here on Heavy, but Heavy is like 200 gold away from his Runans, which would insanely increase his DPS in a team fight. And now Botekli looking to find Worgen once again. Okay, they're trying to get onto Reg, and now they force the Brummelt, force Reg to flash away. I mean, there is teleports. As Strikey here, gonna get some damage, but the inhibitor has fallen, and there's the Nexus turret is about to fall. And with those recalls, they might have the time to finish the build. It looks like we're just getting a TP here. Maverick Bob down to 30%. Might have to take a recall. Doesn't have teleport though, but just has to be a little bit careful when it comes to these skill shots. Worgen is looking at the angle, gets the flash onto Altakor, and now they're looking to end it. The charm here onto the Ornn, but Botekli is going to be going down first. Heavy is here, gets sent into the jail cell, and now it's Reg versus it's Reg versus Heavy, but is that enough damage? The Mundo is able to kill off, and now they're looking to win the team fight. Things are looking bad. Poo doesn't have enough damage. He really wants to, but Reg is on a killing spree. Here comes Strikey with the Samurai Blitz, and that's a 5 for 2. But there are Nexus minions. There are super minions on the Nexus. So we gotta push. We gotta push. And we do have grubs. Mundo very good at taking the turret. Akali has teleport. So we are gonna take an inner turret. Ornn has teleport. But if anyone's gonna be teleporting, it's gonna be Maverick Bob. There are super minions at the base. Alright, Morgan, don't spoil the end. It's not over. Okay, we're probably gonna get one last team fight from both teams. And now, 5 items here on full build here on Kai'Sa, full build here on Mordekaiser, almost full build here on the Mundo. And we've got the Flicker Blade here on Kog'Maw. It don't get any stronger than that. Can Heavy survive the onslaught of the Run It Down assassins? That is the win con. If this Kog'Maw lives, Chiefs win. We have Mountain Soul in 30 seconds. We're positioning for a fight. A stun to pop the pill here. Now Poo looks for a stun. Tupapa gonna get knocked up, stunned up here. Force the maximum dosage. And Tupapa is gonna get sent to the Shadow Realm. But Maverick Bob gets assassinated. Though Heavy is just going to town. Is in a pentakill in the first week. It's the Quadra for Heavy. And there's 50-second death timers. We're looking to end. There is a super minion in the bot lane wave. And it looks like it's going to be the Chiefs completing the reverse sweep against the Nordians. The inhib is spawning soon though. But I think they can make it. Kai'Sa has Baron buff, but she's 1v4 for a while. Yeah, and that's a tagged. Yeah, that's a tagged Kai'Sa, and Heavy gonna be able to survive. 15, 5 and 5 on the Kog'Maw, able to carry his team to victory. The Chiefs complete the reverse sweep in their first series against the Nordians. And that's gonna wrap it up for us over here on the stream. I want to thank you guys for watching. We had a lively crowd tonight, and we'll see you. If there's something tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow. If not, well, we'll see you when we see you. More than likely gonna be Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on when the next Prestige or Academy game is. But and that's gonna wrap up the stream. Remember, if you like the stream, smash that like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll see you later this week. Ciao, bye for now.